Hello and welcome back under the dome. Welcome back to Encased and Playing Hardball. We have won the tournament and now, well, we are probably going to be elevated to the Knights of the Queen. So let's see how that goes. And well, we are actually encumbered a little bit. We can't really help that. That stuff doesn't weigh anything. And well, it's actually 10 kilograms. I mean, just drinking some water will not really help. Are there any more weapons? Well, and everybody is carrying what they can, right? Yeah, well, doesn't matter actually. So it's just like -2 initiative at this point. It doesn't matter. So, let's face the Queen. So we've dispatched all these fobs over here in the grand junkyard. I wonder, am I the only one worried about the issue of waste disposal? The dome, mind you, is very limited, relatively of course, and will run out of space sooner or later. The Silvers skin a flint on everything. It's easier for them to organize a landfill than to build a waste recycling plant. But I'm afraid the stinginess will lead to the fact that the stinking heaps of slop will remain the only monument to the brave pioneers. Entering the diary of Emil Borge, right wing. Howdy. The champion! Our champion! Whoa, 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 what a set of armor, right? So that's the arena geezer. The old man throws up his arms and drops to his knees as ecstatically raising a plume of white dust. He rises from his knees and taps us on the shoulder. Good job! That was proper! And now, as befits a knight, you should dedicate your victory to someone special. Yeah, well, let's dedicate the victory to the Queen then. I guess she's going to be flattered and like us some more, right? So there. His face breaks into a happy idiot grin. Of course, glorious knight, so tell her about it, she'll be delighted. Well, we'll do that then. Oh, and you have some fried red tails in the red roast, huh? Well, you keep those. We make them rather ourselves. We have special herbs and spices for that. Like since when? Since when is the old box? Ah. Well, that's Victoria Legrand's trailer. Let's go here. Can we actually like do some stealth here? Well, and then let's get off the server shell. And then we are sneaking over there ourselves. And then we are going to open that one. Why didn't I do that before? Not sure what went wrong there. Or maybe it was someone put something new in there and locked it again. Okay, well, some Molotov cocktails. So I feel I should use that form of stuff some more often, but on the other hand, like there needs to be a tactical reason to do that. And I mean, we've shot the grenade launcher, but it never felt too useful actually. Although it would be interesting to know what happens, like if we lob a grenade around, like if we lose the stealth. Ah yeah, there's someone. That's Hamster. Oh yeah, that's actually a new. That's some new. These are new fobs. So let's talk to Hamster. We know her already. So hello, Hamster.
Welcome back.
The old hamster woman is jigging up and down. Bite us, bite us and cut us. Well, what do you have? Oh. An ultra mega machete of death. Oh. The fob's imagination is truly boundless. Now this machete not only leaves terrible wounds, but also strikes its victims with electricity. Level 10 monkey wrench. This wrench is equipped with an adjustable heating element. Such modifications were initially designed for working in extreme cold, but after the incident they found use in combat as well. Caution, burn hazard, heat damage. Oh, moderny. That looks like a grenade launcher. Being inclined towards the increasing versatility of Moderni, the gunsmiths of Kamshin SPE came to the following decision. A combination of an optical sight and underbarrel grenade launcher. The latter, by the way, is also the SPE's own development, is called Gorgona. Well. And it's quiet? I wonder how. Does it have silencer? Well, but that's like... That's actually something that would be nice for someone. It's a light weapon. Oh, and what's that? Baba Yaga grenade launcher. That's very loud. The comfortable grip and the side grenade magazine make Baba Yaga a blast to have at parties. Magazine size 3. Okay, not bad. Interesting, actually. Oh, what's that? Fob reinforced boots. Ah, and that's the one that we have. Well. Sleep grenade. And that's Honest John workcoat. Well, we have that. Oh, but... It's actually like... Ah! We could upgrade... Fox, I think. So this is like 9 resilience. Like who's screaming like that? Resilience 14. Control 20. Mechanical resistance 25. Energy resistance 5. Here 10. Biochem is 10. That's remaining the same. Heat resistance -5. That remains the same. Yeah, okay. But it's better. Okay, well, maybe we should actually get some stuff here. Well... I really like to have this modern. Also the ASP. Because that's actually something we have and want. But we only have her at level 6, but well, we can actually upgrade. That also gives us experience. So. But yeah. Yeah, well. I mean, I feel for the crowd, since when? Like, where's our dart gun? Here. The Wasp. 37 to 40, and this one is 68 to 74 now. Tech plus 15. Oh! This one is quiet. Ah, yeah, but this one is moderate. So with this one we can't, while it's cool, we can't do our sneaking and increased learnability stuff. Although initially this tool was intended solely to facilitate the work of builders, this version deserves to be called a full-fledged military weapon. There's a legend that this modification was invented by craftsmen from the Orange Wing who loved to experiment with stolen relics and wanted to have a worthwhile means of self-defense minus the bureaucracy. But one fine day his efforts were noticed, after which the poor fellow was thrown into punishment cell where he died suddenly under unexplained circumstances. However, his work was highly appreciated by engineers, as a result of which it found a second life. And CRONUS began mass production of this hybrid of weapon and tool. Equipped with an enlarged magazine for nails, the vacuum chamber supplemented with semi-permeable membranes made from relic materials and a powerful injector that creates... Yeah, well... That creates what? I can't read it now. Incredible. Well... I guess. Yeah, come on. Let's get the Honest John's work coat, and I think we could actually buy the assault rifle here. I'm not sure if the Moderni is actually better, but this is nice for Sparrow. Yeah, I feel that we are neglecting Sparrow quite a lot, actually. And well, actually, Crump can actually also use it. So let's do it.
10 Woodmen! 10 Woodmen is coming!
The Woodmen? Well, is there anything that we could sell? to reduce our weight. Actually, probably not. Well, I mean, yeah, the thing is like here, the canisters are always super heavy. Yeah. Starfall jetpack. It's also a thing. So, alright. Yeah, let's just pay with money. That's why we have it, right? You have money to spend it at some point. There. That was easy, huh? Accepting. And then, well, let's see. So Crump, you usually have the shotgun, right? I feel that this assault rifle could actually be even cooler and better. So there. And Crump has 110 points on light weapons. So let's see, we've never used assault rifles, so it's actually time. Precise shots, assault rifle ability 3 shots. This is 1 precise shot and the devastating burst. Precision minus 60 though. Yeah, that's actually not so good. So that's one of the problems with Crump, because he's so short-sighted and everything, with perception 3, so he got so many hits on his eyes that he just doesn't see well anymore. That's one of the reasons why I never really bothered. So let's see, that's single shot, handgun, submachine gun, short burst. Yeah, it does do a lot of damage here. Long burst, nice, 5 shots for 8. Precise shot. The devastating burst. Yeah, I think he's not going to hit anything though and suppress a fire. Yeah, so that's actually pretty interesting. Not sure where the grenade is, but yeah, there's nothing here. Well, but we're going to try it, so that's nice. And at the very least, Sparrow will profit from it. So let's go to the Queen. Ah yeah, and she's like, where's she? Ah yeah, here. Where? Yeah, here. Crump, let me go first. So there. Here we go. So, Queen. Well, should we actually maybe, like, we've got the lucky cookie. Well, like, I wonder, like, if we had something that would increase our charisma, but we did not use the lucky Olubi side-up recipe. Be bold to take 2 roaches, ice and wall pies and eyes of mouse, slam on the frying pan and fry like Yuri and Faye Morgan's spouse, and then without so much ado, add beaten eggs, 1 more than 2, while food is cooking, sing and dance, or hoot or moo or leap and prance. Don't let your supper then grow cold, add relic dust to go along, that's all. That was a half rhyme. Well, yeah, I guess we have to go without additional charisma, huh? I'm actually, like, there was nothing here really that is increasing anything. We can only increase our brains, guts, perception and psyche. Well, here. Yeah, well, I don't like that. I don't even know, like, as if... Like, I personally don't feel that smokers have more charisma. On the contrary, I find it disgusting. Yeah, it stinks. I start to cough. So someone who's smoking, that's certainly not someone that is literally drawing me to that person. But well, maybe let's consume one. disgusting. Disgusting, and it did harm us, yeah. But well, like now stinking. So, Victoria.
Victoria gives you a voluptuous look while winding a dirty lock of hair around one plump finger.
Oh,
Back
she's plump.
to serve your queen, knight? What is it you wish?
Oh, I just wish. Like, can we actually... Oh, we can't change anything. But well, the speech is at maximum, so that's one problem here with the game. So the whole ratio, like with sound, doesn't work so well. But well, so she's got a nice face, but plump fingers. Well, I mean, and dirty hair, and she's insane. And she's a dangerous psychopath and mad, probably. Queen Victoria. Does that remind us of a historical figure who built an empire on slave trade and drug trafficking on a state level? Well, let's drop to one knee and dedicate our victory to Queen Victoria. All hail Queen Victoria!
The queen sighs soulfully and proffers her hand for a kiss.
You are very charming, sir. I am heading to my royal trailer. You are welcome to join me.
Like to the trailer with the dirty queen? Well, I mean, I do start thinking about things. Well, I mean, like, if we only look into her dirty face, then maybe, well...
She rises heavily to her feet and leaves.
So she was sitting around a lot, huh? The Tin Woodman is coming. Well, then let's go here. So, what do we see, by the way? Gives general promises. Oh, she's... And, oh, she's... Well, she does have charisma. Guts. Psyche's only 5 for some reason. High-tech weapons is 150. That's Can. That's her trailer. Well, then. So, like... There she is, well, and that's the queen, and well, she scratched something in there. Oh well, that's Can, huh? Well, hello, Can.
Why are you bugging me?
Can stares unblinkingly through the slits of her mask. Don't make me angry. Well, who are you actually? Can, I got the queen. Her head twitches and she rolls her eyes. Well, you know, like I like what I see here, but yeah. Well, you have a strange mask, kind of. The woman drags her fingernails across the mask with an eerie squeak. You've got a strange face. That's why there are all these screech marks, huh? And scratch marks in there. Oh my god.
I hope
yeah, so that's like really horrifying. So let's get it over with, right? I mean, we are wearing our servo shell, so like whatever dirt and filth we are seeing, you know, like we should be protected. Like, what is this, by the way? This. She painted the face there and more crowns and stuff. The maelstrom. That looks like a person. Maybe she's longing for a king. Well then.
It takes you some time to get used to the dim light inside the trailer. The walls are draped in red velvet, which also covers the wide bed, taking up half the space. You can't see how it got in here. Victoria is sitting on a rag beside the bed. There's a worn dollhouse in front of her, and toys spread all around.
Okay, I did expect something different, but... Hello, there was a crash and we are back. So, well, what I said was... Let's get in here, and I was a little bit
It takes you some time to get
surprised.
used to the dim light inside the trailer. The walls are draped in red velvet, which also covers the wide bed, taking up half the space. You can't see how it got in here. Victoria is sitting on a rag beside the bed. There's a worn dollhouse in front of her, and toys spread all around.
Well, I guess that huge bed, like this huge bed, is certainly some form of promise, isn't it? Must have been assembled there, right? Well, what do we know about the queen? She's gorgeous, but she's plump, and she's got dirty hair. And she's mad, and she has some very, very strong psychic abilities, despite only having 5 points in psyche. So, well...
She raises her head.
Please sit down, Knight. I invited you to this affair not to discuss issues of state, but to get to know you better.
Oh, well, that is just our pleasure, isn't it? Like, to get to know the Queen better.
Victoria minutely adjusts a half-open shutter on the dollhouse.
I usually play with my little subjects by myself, but today, you are invited to participate. Choose a doll.
Or, well...
You look around the carpet. There are many dolls here. Some of them are dressed as fops. Others are wearing old-fashioned, pre-dome clothes. Some dolls wear the uniform of CRONUS employees.
Well, we could take a cowboy because we always wanted to be a cowboy. We could take a doll in a long dark robe. We could take a doll representing the heroine of a popular animated series from before the incident. We could take a doll dressed like a CRONUS employee. Take a zombie doll, take a rockstar doll. Well, I mean, I guess we could play around, and who knows what this is going to, well, what's going on. I doubt that what we all think is actually going to happen now. Like playing, you know, playing with the dolls, and then, you know what I mean. But I feel that this might even be maybe a thing, like she's mad, yeah? So, and she also has psychological issues, of course. So maybe we can get through to her, like beyond the madness. Maybe that's possible. I think we should try that. And for that, maybe the doll dressed like a CRONUS employee would be a good choice. Or the doll representing the heroine of a popular animated series from before the incident. Maybe she knows that. Maybe we can somehow... yeah, somehow like address her inner self or something. But maybe like we don't know what's going on with her. Like she probably... doesn't have such a good relationship with CRONUS, with the company itself, because she's not part of it anymore. And well, with the fops, I guess they all felt neglected on some level, I guess. So maybe this one here, like something that she can identify with or something. So let's take that. We take the heroine.
This little doll's clothing is sparkling blue with futuristic silver hoops. It looks like Donna's space from the animated series Close to Space. It was quite popular in 1975 until its producer was arrested for pedophilia.
Oh, well, I didn't expect that. By the way, there's Maelstrom here. I think this represents Maelstrom. Well.
Victoria scoffs.
This is Donna. When someone picks her, I take Torquemada so he can burn her for heresy.
Oh.
Donna tells lies about coming from the stars, but everyone knows the stars are just white spots on the sky, like mold. So, I take the Inquisitor.
Well, I don't know where this is going to, but that doesn't sound so good. Why don't you take another doll? Like Burning Mine? I think there will be bad energies there.
Victoria frowns.
Mind your words, my knight. Although I must admit, I am curious to hear your suggestion.
V? Who's V? This could be her. V like Victoria. Or a female CRONUS employee. So I think, well, how about this? V. This might represent herself. Maybe we can communicate with the dolls or via the dolls.
The queen gently takes up the doll and tousles its hair with one finger.
Well, my knight, I could take her too. Although I can be a queen in real life.
Well, you surely can, and you are, my queen.
The queen begins telling a story about V. You quickly recognize it as her own life's story. But flavored with weird, illogical fictions. Listening to the fair-haired woman's adventures, you can't help but think that one half of the narrative is based upon real events, while the rest tries to cement the scattered fragments of the first half together.
Ah, yeah. That's what I thought. Maybe we can get through to her and help her somehow overcome the madness. Because the madness is basically just the reaction, you know, to cope with Maelstrom, whatever Maelstrom did with her. Yeah. I guess that maybe that's a good way.
At some point, Victoria brings the story to an end.
I'm sorry, my knight, but I am confused. I used to know how a story works. It all should have ended when Vi became queen and lived happily ever after. But now, I feel like this story was about something else entirely. What do you think it's about?
Well, we could theorize that the story was about the new world, not the fate of one girl. No. Don't know if that is bringing anything forward here. We could tell her that perhaps Vi didn't want to be queen and there's something else involved here. Or we could tell her that in this story, Vi is always trying to recollect her past but never succeeds even after becoming queen. I think this is probably like maybe something that's helping her. And, well, if she didn't want to be queen and there's something else involved here, I think that might be something where she becomes aggressive because she feels that we are threatening her. That's like a plump attempt at manipulating her. I think this might bring her to think more. Let's tell her that in this story, Vi is always trying to recollect her past, but never succeeds even after becoming queen.
She looks at you with round and fathomless eyes, then shifts her gaze to the doll lying in her hand.
I was thinking the same thing just now. You are very insightful, my knight.
Oh, yes?
The girl straightens her crown.
Oh.
Her hands are trembling.
You should leave, my knight. Leave now. For I am not in the mood.
Oh, well. Let's, well, I thought that this would be a longer conversation. But I mean, she's certainly not okay. That one. And that's it. We dedicated our victory to the in the tournament to Victoria Legrand, Queen of the Fops. She invited us to an audience, a royal trailer. We went to an audience with Victoria. After winning the tournament, gaining the Queen's favor, we have received an audience in her trailer. Well, I mean, like, for the fun of it. So I think this might be a good thing to do, right? So, and also we got some reputation here. Or did we actually? We couldn't know, but we got 15 for dedicating the victory to her. So, and I just saved the game before going into the trailer. So I guess like the Fops, with them we've got 25 now. That's actually probably okay, given the fact that we never really had a chance. The Queen and her subjects are delighted that we not only won in the arena, but also dedicated our victory to Victoria. So I think that's actually what we should do, like this. I feel this will maybe this will be one of the first steps, you know, to bring her away from madness. But let's reload this one and just for the fun of it, try out some options. I think that's like really funny. This could be really funny. So let's go in here. With the Queen, I'm not going to read everything. So here they are, Queen. Yes, we are sitting down with you. Oh, you're playing with your dolls.
Around the carpet. There are many dolls here. Some of them are dressed as fops. Others are wearing old-fashioned, pre-dome clothes. Some dolls wear the uniform of CRONUS employees.
I have the impression that this will be negative. But maybe we start with the Rockstar doll.
You choose the coolest doll. A guy with his hair brushed back, wearing a white shirt with a pink jabot, white trousers, and miniature patent leather boots. Giant sunglasses cover half his face. He's holding a guitar with teeny tiny strings. You could even strum it a little, very quietly.
Interesting. I wouldn't have expected anything clean and white. Like, especially like, I guess her hands are rather dirty as well. So if she touches it, then this doll would rather be grayish, right? Well.
Victoria nods approvingly.
Ah, you chose a bard, my knight. That means we will arrange a battle, and he will stand on the crown of a nearby hill and play inspiring music to which the warriors will fight. He had the jacket once, but I took it for V.
The Queen takes out a doll you haven't seen before. A small blonde girl in a tall, glittering crown and leather jacket.
This is V. I think I'll go with her.
This doll undoubtedly represents Victoria herself.
Oh well. Let's see where this is going. Yeah, that's a great choice, you
Victoria
know.
nods as she examines the doll.
Do you feel the irony, my knight? The Queen can choose any toy, but she never chooses the most important thing, to be the Queen. For her, any other life is more fictional than the game. Now, let us begin.
Well, that's interesting that she would say the most important thing, not to be queen.
The Queen begins telling a story about V. You quickly recognize it as her own life's story, but flavored.
So
with
one half
weird,
is
illogical
based upon real
fictions.
events, the other half is just
Listening to the
mumbled
fair
together.
at some point, Victoria brings the story to an end.
I'm sorry, my knight, but I am confused. I used to know how a story works. It all should have ended when V became queen and lived happily ever after. But now, I feel like this story was about something else entirely. What do you think it's about?
I think that perhaps we didn't want to be queen, there's something else involved here.
The Queen puts the doll aside, brow furrowed in thought.
Perhaps. But alas, my knight, I sense we are no closer to the answer than before.
Well,
The girl straightens her crown, and her face assumes the old, half-insane expression.
Well, my knight, I enjoyed our meeting. Now, leave me, for I have some very important things to do.
so well, I think like this is really an opportunity to get through to her. Like to the real Victoria, and not the mad fop. So let's try this one again. But on the other hand, like I guess at this point we are probably not going
Victoria. If you look around the carpet, there are many dolls.
Well,
here.
let's take the cowboy
Some
then.
of them are dressed as fops. Others are wearing.
Or let's do the
You
rock star
choose,
again,
Victoria,
because
the
she
Queen
seems to
takes
like
out a
that.
doll.
V
Victoria
as
the
well.
Queen. At some point,
And then
Victoria brings the story to an end.
let's.
I'm
I
sorry,
think this is
my
probably
knight,
the
but
best,
I am
but let's
confused.
try this
I used to
one.
know how a story
The story was
works.
about the new
It
world,
all
not the
should
fate
have
of one
The
ended.
girl.
Queen puts the doll aside.
Perhaps.
The girl straightens her crown, and her face is.
No, okay, that was not the right one. So, well, that's certainly interesting. But well, my take is that we will probably gradually help her, or we could be able to help her gradually, but certainly not with just one meeting or so. So I guess there will be something else happening.
She raises her head. Victoria, you look
So,
around the carpet. There are many dolls here. Some of them are
Or maybe
dressed as
the
fops.
which doll we choose is
Others
actually not
are
important.
wearing
But
old
let's
clothes.
take the
You
Rockstar
choose,
again.
Victoria. The Queen takes
And then
out
V is a
Victoria
great
the Queen.
choice.
At some point, Victoria brings the story to an end.
He is always
I'm sorry,
trying to
my knight,
recollect her
but I
past,
am
but never
confused.
succeeds even after becoming queen.
She looks at you with round and fathomless eyes.
Yeah, she's also thinking
Then
the same
shift.
thing
The
right
girl
now.
straightens her
Oh, we
crown.
need to leave. Okay, well, I feel there must be more to it now. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. That is a very interesting thing here,
She
though.
raises Victoria.
So,
You look around the
queen
carpet.
with the toys.
There are many dolls here. Some of them are dressed
But well,
as
then let's
fops.
take the cowboy.
Others, you take a merry cowboy in a lumberjack shirt, flaring bell bottoms, and a removable faux leather hat.
Well,
Victoria gives you a predatory smile.
oh,
Ah, that's Tommy. This fine man once had a lasso in his arsenal, but I converted it to a noose for the gallows. Now Tommy executes criminals.
Oh, that's not a good development here. And also, firstly, I thought predatory smile. There was a certain other element there that could also go into a fun direction. But
she lies down on the carpet, props herself on her elbows, and kicks her feet like a child while looking through her toys.
Well, my knight, since you chose Tommy, took a mother, and we begin.
The Inquisitor. Well, I feel this is like rightly going into her madness. But let's look at this. So, well, and she's also mad, right? So there will be some psychopathic stuff happening now. So, well, take the Inquisitor.
Victoria bares her teeth in an unsettling laugh.
I am the queen. My choice is always correct, no matter what it is. And as such, I will be the Inquisitor. Let us begin.
Well,
she folds her hands in prayer.
This is the story of a man who's ready to protect what he believes in, at any cost. His house has turned into a place where sinners...
Without finishing the sentence, Victoria splits the dollhouse open like a book. Each room is hidden behind curtains. And when the Queen parts them, you see miniature interrogation rooms with instruments of torture and dungeons with barred cells. The pink wallpapered living room features a guillotine. It's tiny, but very detailed. The Queen begins the Inquisitor's story with the wrinkled, robed figure wandering grimly through the dollhouse. The story fits the character quite well. The Inquisitor doesn't ever leave the house. He roams from one floor to the next, torturing prisoners from every corner of the dome.
Oh, that's what she did, huh?
Victoria has a real talent for storytelling. Even as she builds her story around the Inquisitor, she interjects events from outside the scene. The army of fops takes control of the dome little by little and closes in on Maelstrom. At first, their circle is gigantic, but it gradually narrows, and in the end, Maelstrom submits. The fops merge with it and become even more powerful and angry.
Oh, that's her vision. What to do, that's her strategic plan, huh? Well, I guess that's actually not such a good idea.
As she finishes, the Queen puts the doll aside.
You barely played, my knight. Did you find the Inquisitor's life exciting? You know, he's never been happy. He has a past he can neither remember nor forget.
The girl straightens her crown, and her face assumes the old, half-insane expression.
Well, my knight, I enjoyed our meeting. Now, leave me, for I have some very important things to do.
Okay. So I think this is probably something where we enforce her madness, which I don't like. So that's not a good thing. But well, we heard from different people that at some point there is really a risk of war inside of the dome. So, and I would think that it's not just the phalanx, but also a mad fob army. So
it takes you some time to curate Victoria. You look around the carpet. There are many dolls here.
Well, let's take this CRONUS employee.
From the huge collection of dolls, you choose the one that looks the most like you. This brave employee even has a uniform similar to yours. Well, the one you were wearing before the incident.
Yeah.
The Queen looks disappointed.
Do you wish to play a loaf, my knight? My fine armies keep these loaves in thrall, burn them, hang them, and mock them in every way they can think of.
Oh, well. So the loaf is everybody basically who's not a fob, whose mind has not been touched and traumatized by the maelstrom. And it's, yeah, well, so she's indeed aggressive here, but...
Her usually predatory and hateful face lights up with a merciful smile.
But now that you are playing a loaf, You will be my knight, as you are now. That means I will take thee.
She takes a fair-haired doll in a small leather jacket and tin crown from under the bed.
Well, how about you take another doll and also one CRONUS employee?
Victoria frowns.
Mind your words, my knight. Although I must admit, I am curious to hear your suggestion.
There's only one? Well, how about the cartoon character then?
The Queen's face screws up in displeasure.
No. Donna is needed, so the Inquisitor can torture her, the cowboy can hang her, and the brain eater can chase her.
Oh.
I don't want to play with a loser. I allowed you to choose a doll for me, so don't be a fool, my knight.
Well then take the rock and roll musician.
The Queen takes the musician.
I say you're right, my knight. I'll take the bard. How did you call him? A rock and roller? What? You love speak in a very weird way.
A rock and musa. Yeah, something like that.
The musician's story reminds you of low-budget movies that used to play in small theaters before the incident. The musician drinks too much, gets in fights, becomes a temple acolyte, nearly dies when he swallows too many pills, and finally joins the fops and leads them into battle with his powerful guitar riffs.
Guitar riffs, huh?
Victoria's account of this primitive scenario is so thrilling, you're a bit upset when it's over.
Or
Enough wallowing in melancholy, my knight. His music sounds in Maelstrom now, and all of the dome listens.
Victoria puts the doll aside.
oh, so she had some positive relationship with that one, huh? She liked the music or whatever.
The girl straightens her crown,
Okay, well, she
and her
enjoyed.
face assumes the old
She
half.
needs, but that also didn't help with the madness. Yeah, but I want to explore like what happens like if she takes this CRONUS employee. But I guess she's going to get aggressive or something. Or
It takes you some time.
So there.
You look around.
Well,
the
how
carpet.
about
There are many dolls here. Some of them are dressed
Let's
as
take
fops.
well, we can
Others
take the
are
rock star
wearing
again.
old-fashioned. You choose the coolest.
Yes,
Victoria
and
nods.
then-
The Queen takes out a doll.
We could take another
Victoria
doll. How about the
frowns.
CRONUS
Mind you.
The
employee?
Queen's face screws up in disdain.
I'm ashamed to play with a loaf. They are lost souls, only good for catching, burning, and torturing for fun. You are an exception, for you are my knight. Be so kind as to choose a different doll.
Oh, so we could convince her that playing an employee would be very interesting. She doesn't remember what it's like to be a loaf.
There is reason in your words, my knight.
Victoria looks doubtfully through her dolls until she decides on a fair-haired woman dressed in a silvery jacket.
Uh-huh.
The Queen looks at you in confusion.
I don't know how to play with her, my knight. What does she do?
Oh, this is an interesting development here. So we could tell her that like other loaves, the employee lives in a station, works for the new committee and expects to be saved from Maelstrom. That sounds rather boring. Could tell her the doll might have more in common with Victoria than it seems. Maybe she's looking for something. She has a car and travels around the desert. This might unlock something in her psyche. We could tell her the employee lives in the Phalanx Fortress and defends it from Fops raids. Now, but then she will become defensive or aggressive or something. Here, let's take this one. She has a car and travels around the desert. So this is activity. With this activity, she might react to something.
A look, both thoughtful and estranged, settles in Victoria's eyes, as if she's remembering something.
So, my knight, you tell me she has a car and she drives across the desert. That might be interesting. But who is she?
Maybe we can influence to become that person, like do that. She drives a truck and transports supplies for the new committee, maybe even for the Phalanx. No. The doll searches for missing people. Or she's a journalist and she's drawn to Maelstrom and everything unknown. I think that might even be her real past or something. I think we want to explore both of these options. Let's firstly go for missing people.
Then she's a fool. People are always going missing under the dome.
Oh.
Are the loafs really that stupid?
The Queen puts the doll aside. Disappointment all over her face.
Oh. We go back? Yeah. Well.
The girl straightens her crown, and her face assumes the old,
Okay, well, I felt that we were getting somewhere there. Okay. So, but then the employee is a good choice for her, I think. Because, I mean, obviously she is she was an employee.
It takes you some time. You look around the carpet.
We could...
There are many dolls here. Some of them are dressed as fops.
Well,
others
yeah,
are
we could.
wearing
I think
old-fashioned
everything here is actually
dome
negative.
clothes.
So she said.
Some dolls wear the uniform of CRONUS employees.
So she said, like the long dark robe, that must be the Inquisitor. The cowboy is hanging people. She despises the female heroine. The zombie doll eats brains. So basically, there's just CRONUS and the Rockstar. But if we take CRONUS, then she can't take the CRONUS employee. So let's take the Rockstar again.
You choose the coolest doll.
Yeah.
Victoria, the Queen, takes out a
Gives
doll
her
you
some
haven't
positive
seen
feelings.
before.
So, how
Victoria
about you take the
frowns.
female
Mind
CRONUS
your-
The
employee?
Queen's face screws up in disdain.
And we can convince her that
The
playing an
sheriff
employee would be
with a
very
there
interesting
is
indeed.
reason in your
Yeah.
words, my knight.
The
And
Queen
silvery
looks
jacket,
at
very
you in
good. So she
confusion.
was a silver. I mean, she has the looks
My knight.
to be probably
What does she do?
preferred for the silver wing. Let's go for this one here. The Khan travels
A
around the
look,
desert.
both thoughtful and estranged, settles in Victoria's eyes, as if she's remembering something.
So she's
So,
a...
my knight, you tell me she has a car and she drives across the desert. That might be interesting. But who is she?
Outside the trailer, someone is being tortured. Well, Victoria, she's a journalist and she's drawn to Maelstrom and everything unknown.
The Queen's eyes go glassy as she fingers the doll's artificial hair.
Journalist. She drives her truck across the desert, trying to understand this world. She seeks a way to conquer it and finds Maelstrom.
Victoria looks at you with huge, fathomless, frightened eyes and clenches the doll in her hand.
Oh, I think we hit a nerve there.
The girl straightens her crown. Her hands are trembling.
You should leave, my knight. Leave now, for I am not in the mood.
Okay, well, or not. Well, we hit a nerve, but this was probably... I mean, this was... I think it's like the first thing that we did was actually maybe the best, because there she was thinking
It takes you
in a
some time to
positive
get
way,
you,
like the
Victoria. You look
reflection,
around the
while
carpet.
here we just scared
There are many
her.
dolls here.
Well, let's take the
Some of
zombie.
you take an ugly doll with a green face, slack limbs, and a bloated abdomen. When you squeeze it, red lights flash in the doll's eyes. Brains, it croaks. The batteries are barely working, making the sound hollow and even scary.
Oh,
Victoria's face splits in an excited, predatory smile.
Yes! The brain eater is quite interesting. You know, my knight, sometimes I think I've seen it somewhere. But alas, I can't remember. It is like a vivid dream.
okay, so some more buried trauma, huh?
Since you chose the brain eater, I choose Tokemada the Inquisitor. Those who reject Maelstrom, who run from it, will land in my dungeons. You will sit in the lowest level and torture the sinners I send.
She plucks up the robed figurine, very pleased with herself.
Yeah, well, let's explore this one just for the entertainment. I guess this is going to be very psychotic now. But yeah, let's tell her the Inquisitor is a good
Victoria
choice.
bares her teeth in an unsettling laugh.
I am the queen. My choice is always correct, no matter what it is. And as such, I will be the Inquisitor. Let us begin.
By all means, then.
She folds her hands in prayer.
This is the story of a man who is ready to protect what he believes in, at any cost. His house has turned into a place where sinners...
Without finishing the sentence, Victoria splits the dollhouse open like a book. Each room is hidden behind curtains. And when the Queen parts them, you see miniature interrogation rooms with instruments of torture and dungeons with barred cells. The pink wallpapered living room features a guillotine. It's tiny, but very detailed.
Alright, so we already had a look into the dollhouse.
The Queen begins the Inquisitor's story with the wrinkled, robed figure wandering grimly through the dollhouse. The story fits the character quite well.
Okay, so the guy always stays in the house and tortures.
Victoria has a real talent for storytelling. Even as she builds her
Yeah,
story
and then
around
it's
the
her vision,
Inquisitor,
you know,
as she
to
finishes,
become
the
queen
puts
of the dome.
You barely played, my knight. Did
Yeah,
you
we already
find
know that.
the
Okay, so
Inquisitor's
well,
The girl straightens her crown, and her face assumes the old, half-insane expression.
so I think it's certainly not a good thing to enforce her psychosis and her madness. So I think it's probably for the best to go with the well, let's try it like this.
It takes you some time. Victoria. You look around the carpet. There
so
are many dolls here.
We take the rock
Some of them are
star.
dressed as fops. Others are wearing old-fashioned.
Well, let's take the heroine.
This little doll's clothing is sparkling
Yeah,
blue.
so but she doesn't
Victoria
like that.
scoffs.
This is Donna. When someone picks her...
Now, how about
I
you
take
take
Victoria
the
frowns.
CRONUS
Mind your
employee,
Queen's face screws up in disdain.
and then we convince her that playing that will be
The
fun.
Queen looks at you in
So-
confusion.
I don't know how to play with her, my knight.
Yeah, well, let's try this one here. So the employee lives in the Phalanx Fortress and defends it from fops raids. She won't like that, of course.
Victoria is quite pleased with this answer. She begins enthusiastically arranging the dolls, but quickly loses interest.
No, my knight, that won't do. She just defends herself. Even if she does shoot my brave warriors, nothing she does is important. I heard some loaves choose to fight Maelstrom. Perhaps they are worthy of respect. But I have no interest in this girl.
The Queen puts the doll aside.
Well, okay, so she likes
The
action.
girl straightens her crown, and her
Okay, and
face
she's
is...
still mad. Okay. Well, so I feel that actually I personally like the first thing best, all in all. But maybe we can also use the thing where we
It takes you
convince
some
her.
touchy rate. Victoria, you look around the carpet. There are many dolls
So let's
here.
take the rock
you
star,
choose the
'cause
cool
that's
Victoria
giving
nut.
her
The Queen
some positive
takes out a
feeling.
doll you haven't seen before. A small blonde girl in a tall, glittering crown. Victoria
How about
frowns.
she takes the
Mind
female
your-
CRONUS
Queen's
employee?
face
Yes,
screws
it's
up.
going to be
The
fun.
The
We
Queen
convince
looks at
her.
you in confusion.
I don't know how to play with her.
And well, the other one is also passive because she only wants to be safe from Maelstrom. So let's
A
travel
look,
around the
both
desert.
thoughtful and estranged settles in Victoria's eyes.
Well, Victoria drives
She's
a truck and
remembering
transports supplies for the new
So,
committee,
my
maybe even for the
You actually move
Phalanx.
supplies? Is that so?
The hand with the doll in it droops listlessly to the floor. The Queen is clearly disappointed.
Before you said that, my knight, I thought she had another car. Some kind of small wagon.
Uh-huh. I think she remembers something there.
The girl straightens her crown.
Oh, and that's it. Okay. Then we are... Our audience is over. Well... Well, I think...
It takes
I
you some
think the
time
first
to get
thing
you.
was
She raises
actually maybe the
Victoria. You
best.
look around the carpet. There are
Because
many
the
dolls
Queen
here.
represents her.
Some of
So
them.
let's
You
take the rock
choose
star.
Victoria. The Queen takes
And
out
V
a
is a
Victoria.
great
The Queen. At
choice.
some point,
So-
Victoria brings the story to an end.
I'm sorry,
He is
my
always
knight,
trying
but
to
I am
recollect her past,
confused.
but never succeeds
I
even
used
after
to know
becoming
how a story
queen.
works. It all should have ended.
She looks at you with round and fathomless eyes, then shifts her gaze to the doll lying in her hand.
I was thinking the same thing just now. You are very insightful, my knight.
And like, while she acknowledges that we are very insightful, maybe that is also building some trust.
The girl
with her.
straightens her crown. Her hands are trembling.
Uh-huh.
Leave, my knight. Leave now, for I am not in the mood.
Okay. So I think we keep this. So. And this is the can. Hello there, can.
Well, what again?
Hey, don't make me angry. Well, do you actually barter anything? Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
You
leave.
get out now.
And like, well, can we actually look into the trailer? Like, is there a quiet corner where we can go into hiding? Like there again. By the way, this is just the shadow. Well, I think that was actually okay.
Who is that crawling around like a creepy crawly Charlie?
No idea. No idea. Well, the motive of the maelstrom is always present there. So let's go like so, and then we're going back around. And is she sitting up here again? Oh, we can't see it right now, of course. Well, let's go in here. The guy. Let's interact with the object.
The trailer is closed, but when you tug on the door, it opens with a soft creak.
Uh-huh.
The inside is upholstered in red velvet, the floor covered with carpets. In the half-light, you see an enormous bed, a large dollhouse on the floor, and several dolls lying around. There are some boxes piled in the corners, overflowing with trash and papers.
Let's search the boxes.
You turn the boxes upside down and discover an interesting bit of writing. It's a short story about a fop who travels all over the dome and finds the camp of the first settlers. The story says his name was Sherlock, and he was captured by some phalanx fighters who threw him into the maze of death.
Oh no. Could it be that we should have found that one and then we would have had other options to talk with her about?
You prudently copy the maze's coordinates and put the note back in the box.
Okay, no, probably not. Okay. It's not on the maps. The place where you have to set up the third maelstrom beacon is called Camp of the First Settlers, and it's very difficult to find. The coordinates have been erased from the bases, and the camp is not even on the secret maps. But you're lucky. You found out about a fop named Sherlock who has been into this camp. The search for Sherlock or his remains should be carried out in the so-called Maze of Death. Corporation. Participated in battles in honor of the Queen. It turned out that a fop named Sherlock knew the way to the camp, but no one saw him for a long time. They say that Sherlock went to conquer the Maze of Death. Perhaps we should look for it there. In our story, after winning the tournament and gaining the Queen's favor, we have received an audience in her trailer. Well, like I felt that there might, maybe something could have happened, something romantic, but I guess she's actually not able for any romance at this point. And also, like, with dirty hair and everything, like, I don't feel that it's actually a good idea. Is she there again? Yeah, there she is. Okay, well. Then you others just come along. And then we are just coming out of hiding as well. Yeah, so. Alright. So I think, like, in my opinion, and like from what I'm taking from this, is that she's mad, and we can basically enforce her madness or try to get through to her. Hello there, Queen.
Victoria gives you a voluptuous look while winding a dirty lock of hair around one plump finger.
Back to serve your queen, knight? What is it you wish?
Oh, well, I would have thought that we can do something else, but then... Which is kind of a waste of this cool character, by the way, to speak of role-playing, but well. So I guess we have everything that we needed from the fops. And we know that there is a lot of radiation down there. And there's only just some radiated equipment in there that we don't want, because then we would be totally messed up. So let's go here. Yep, and then we are leaving. So. But we are sneaking, yes, so here, like so. While Fox and Crump go here. We are moving there, well, and then we are going to do something. And that's something we start over here. There was, yeah, this guy, Fig. Pickpocketing that guy. Okay, it's got a sheath. Well then, let's take... Well, actually, like, it is dangerous. So we need to confiscate all pointy weapons. Oh, he's got a lucky cookie. Well, let's take his show.
What? Have I been robbed?
Well, you don't know. You don't really know. Ah, well. Yeah, well, let's steal his red roast. It's a bit disgusting, of course. And let's take those. And that one. Yeah, well. I mean, we found a lot of stuff here, so that's actually good. Could we actually make anything here? Anything interesting? No, not really. We have everything as well at this point, so like several times over. Doorbell. Yeah, we're confiscating his chief.
Some bastard stole my treasure.
Can we actually steal from the queen, I wonder? Saving the game. Like, it's probably very unhealthy. Oh, there's our car. Well then, let's steal from the others first. There was one over there. Then we need to leave the servo shell behind. It's a bit unsettling here. Oh, yeah, well, let's steal from this guy first. That stuntman. Oh yeah, he's got something. Especially Johnny Cutlass. Agilone. And, well, let's have one of those. So then we're coming here. And then we are going to Hamster. And Hamster, 3,820 bucks. Such a wonderful heist.
Bastard stole my treasures.
Well, there are other guys there. And that's Shaker. Oh yeah, he's got 60 bucks. Yes, you have. So let's go around there while Fox and Crump, you guys go there to the car, yes. Roar the engine a bit. And then we go around here. We're getting out of the servo shell. Sneaking, saving the game, and then we are We're going to steal from the queen. Right. Oh, she's got lucky cookies and energon, okay. And can. What does can have? So actually there's no need to... Oh well, maybe there is. And what does can have? Can has all this stuff. Well, I feel that it's better to have the cookies. Although it's like... Oh no, oh. By the way, like the queen, what does she have? She likes to drink soft drinks. That's why she became plump. Such a pity. So, well then, let's get her cookies. Cookies and... Yeah, and let's have the energon as well. Yeah. What does she say?
Bastard stole my treasures.
Ah yeah, funny. Okay, so there we go. I will leave that stuff in there. So, and there we go, very good. Oh, there's another guy here, by the way. And let's steal from Blow. Blow, what do you have? Oh yeah, good. Ace Griffin, criminal, plus 20. Also lucky cookies. Well, it's better if we confiscate your airplane. It's not good for you to take that stuff. Alright, so Fox and you guys. So, saving the game. Well, and then I think we are coming to the end of this episode. Many thanks for watching. That was actually pretty cool and interesting. So the queen is mad, but had a past, of course. So, and I hope that we made the first little step to help her overcome her madness, and we also got some insights into her plans. So she wants to become part of the Maelstrom, and then her army will become all powerful, which means they will probably dominate the dome. But, well, that is probably not the best idea, right? So we might not want to further that. Let's see. And I hope that while we apply to her good sense and to her past, maybe that was a good thing. By the way, let's give the guys some first aid here. There you go. Got significant fatigue now. Well, and I hope, well, as I said, like that we made the first step, so she overcomes her madness, and that way we might even have some positive, some form of positive development in the future, who knows. But even more importantly, we found out the location of the camp of the first settlers. And let's have a look at that. So where is it? Settlers campsite, that was the other one. I wish this was here. No. I wish it was it would have a different color or something, so we could actually see what it is. The camp of the first settlers. I have no idea which one is it now. It's not on the maps. Let's pin this. And is it now? Here. No, that's the FOB map. Here, there. The Maze of Death entrance. Okay, well, there. Well, but that we should do with Yoko, of course, so she gets the excitement bonus of finding a new thing, a new location. Well, yeah. So, that was all pretty cool. Alright then, so let's end the episode here. Many thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this one. I feel that these are really cool characters and it's really funny. And so far it's sort of a waste that it appears that with the queen here, there was only this one thing to do. So that's a missed opportunity, but I hope that there will be more stuff coming there. Yeah, and well, we'll see. So, many thanks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to never ever miss an episode again. Hit the bell for that purpose. And well, why don't you share your thoughts in the comment section? You know you're always welcome, and we'll continue next time. See you then, bye bye.